I just want to share with you
I want to share with you
three important messages in this video.
And so what we want to do is truly understand what a candlestick is telling us.
Welcome back to another episode of the Backholder Pod. So I think for today's topic, it's slightly more interesting because this video was actually discovered in Kelvin's Telegram community group. So for those of you who haven't joined, this is just a quick plug. He actually do have a private community group. They talk everything about like credit cards, personal finance, and I don't know whether financial advice is discussed. But anyway, I think one of the videos that essentially was circulating in the group was this expose video about this channel called The Trading Gig. Personally, I haven't actually watched his video because I think the genre and the type of like topics he's talking about, like candlesticks, trading FX, is not in my radar, etc. But he was essentially kind of complained, or he was essentially brought to light because he was copying other YouTubers and the topics word for word, and it was lifted. So we'll lift the link to the expose video, but this channel is called The Trading Gig. So I just kind of wanted to pause around this discussion with other YouTubers, especially to Kelvin first. Like, what are your thoughts on the idea of plagiarizing, getting inspiration and stuff like that?
I think for him, the accusation is about him copying word for word, right? Then later on, he also came up with a response to that, saying that he's just using them as inspiration and he doesn't plagiarize 100%. So for me, the thing that I always tell new YouTubers especially is that if you want to create content, there's actually a lot of already successful content. So you have to the way, right, is to use them as inspiration, but you don't copy word for word lah. Then this thing has been already taught to us since young, right? It's better to copy other students' homework. If you want to copy, you just take reference, but don't copy entirely. Then make it into your own lah. Because if you copy word for word, then why you are not providing any extra value already, ma. So for me, I think what the accusation probably may be right, but yeah, so you shouldn't just blatantly copy everything lah. Yeah,
I think initially I think it's okay to just copy some content from others, because we all do this all the time. For example, when you study a stocks, right? Don't talk about trading. Let's talk about like investing, right? You want to make a thesis on certain companies. The first thing we do is always we go and research, right? We go and read up, and then after read up, of course there will be content or it will be pointers. Like for example, why should I buy company ABC? We will just copy the idea, right? Oh, this company is cheap. This company, good management. People say that. Then I just take the content. I just copy it, right? I think all this is quite how to say, very common. In fact, I think one of the most common used function on the keyboard is always Control-C, Control-V, right? You just copy everywhere, right? So I think that's very common. It's just that I think on these specific issues, I think he's copying word by word. So I think that one, I think many people will have problem with that, because that's plagiarism, right? Whereas let's say if you just copy the ideas, you copy ideas from 3 different sources and then add like 10% of your own stuff, then it becomes yours already. So that's why all this research and nothing new one. It's like very hard to come to like a first-hand kind of insights or analysis. Usually people are copying each other, but still adding values, right? Because you are saying the things from your own perspective. You are adding your own knowledge into it. So I think that's the value added part. But if you just copy word by word, I think it's really plagiarism. So I think that's not good now.
I think technically, just to add in like another layer of nuance, because he actually made a clarification on his community tab. So I'm gonna quote him. He said that I admit that I run out of ideas sometimes, so I do research other YouTubers, but I have never copied every single word from another video. So meaning the stitched video was actually from multiple video sources and from multiple videos. So I think what he's trying to say is he does get inspiration, whatever you call it, and then he might take a few ideas from a few different videos and stitch it together. So it's not really word for word. By word for word, we mean by that specific segment of the video. Maybe it's a bit word for word, but I think the rest of it, he didn't really, it wasn't really an expose on like, oh, this X video and this Y video are exactly the same. No, it's not like that. So there's just some additional details as well. So about Eric, right? So what do you think of this whole? Oh, by the way, just some context as well. I think this guy is very, very young. He's in Singapore, so that's why I was borderline quite interested as well. I think he's 21. I'm not sure even he went through army already, but I think he's 21. He has like 100 plus K portfolio. He has 399,000 subscribers. And he have been uploading video for 1 year plus. I think the last video, the oldest video was around a year plus. If like this person is like this channel is here, I just want to get Eric's thoughts on him and this whole saga.
I think first thoughts quite similar to Kelvin and Bunti's thoughts. Like most of the time we also copy some ideas from other channels. We view other people's blogs and all that. So we get certain ideas, but the thing is we need to like change a little bit, right? Even in the delivery. Yeah, because some of you know that I do tuition, right? So there are some tutors, sometimes they will say like, hey, wow, this tutor copy my word and all this. I think recently there was a saga in the GP site. They were saying that, oh, you plagiarize this writer, your comport 100% plagiarized and all those things. So from time to time, there'll be accusation like this, but I think at the end of the day, right, is how much you value add to your student. Like even if you copy content from like another writer and all that, right? Maybe your student didn't have the chance to read that book or that blog post, and somehow you manage to read and digest through and give them the idea. Maybe you should do some credit lah, like, yeah, I got this idea from here and there. But sometimes, speaking from experience lah, because my subject, right, is quite content heavy. So sometimes when we cut and paste so many different sources, right, until we also lost track, like, hey, this one came from where? So it's like so many years ago, I also don't remember where it came from. But thankfully, like my subject, right, is quite how you say is not very subjective like GP. There's not a lot of input. Like you can give your personal bias
Insights.
There's no personal insight. Like if we talk about gas law, right, PV quantity, like everyone applies the same SI unit. Like you're not gonna have some better insight than the other chem tutor. So if you say copy here, copy there, like bro, we're all using the same thermodynamic law. What are you talking about? Like so, yeah. So I'm pretty thankful that my subject is a bit more like, can you use that word scientific rather than like GP, econs, all these that are more. I think your personal bias, your background, everything, all this plays a role in how you deliver your content. So they might have a bigger case for plagiarism, but mine not so. So circling back to the point where you asked about trading, right? Specifically, trading is very time sensitive also. The idea, right? You can use it. But somehow, I don't know, like the accusation, the word for word accusation, right? Like, so what if he say word for word? Like, buy Tesla, sell Nvidia, like, okay, so how am I supposed to modify this idea? Like, of course, it's going to
Sell
be
Nvidia, buy Tesla, no?
okay. That's why Kelvin is the king, man. He knows how to edit the thing. Just yeah, but my point is like, at what point, right, do you draw the line? At what point do you say that, hey, this is unacceptable, you are wholesale 100% copying? Yeah. So I think as we move into this AI era, right, like the algorithm is going to pluck out sources from different places and you don't even know where they are from. So you cannot give a credit. So how? Like, I'm going to accuse Kelvin of plagiarizing me. Like, you plug it from my blog like 10 years ago. Like, he doesn't even know you plug it from my blog. So I don't know, like how valid, Chicken, do you think how valid is this plagiarism claim?
I don't know. I think I'm kind of conditioned probably by the education system because I'm freshly minted. So it feels as in at first thought, it feels very wrong because I think throughout my entire academic life, I'm taught to not do it. And if I do it, there's like serious repercussion. So like monkeys, right? You keep whacking them and then they tell them that this one cannot do, this one cannot do. Then it becomes a subconscious thing that you can't do it. Cause you can lose your degree, you can get I don't know what other penalties they're gonna slap on you if you're caught plagiarizing to a large extent. Because they have this thing where there's called turn it in and then you goes in, your assignment gets checked by AI and then they will pull everything together and then they'll crawl through the web to see where you plagiarize. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, getting inspiration, I think it's fine because generally the finance community is quite standard. You see FOMC, then everybody have the same opinion one day later because everybody watch each other's video, correct? I mean, yeah, there are some people that are pretty contrarian, but other than that, I think unless it's very lessly covered or it's not well covered in a particular area, then you need to really dig deep and come up with your own insights. If not, I think generally when I look through his videos, it's like price actions, like strategies, and then how to get rich quick, or fast trading forex and stuff like that. Many of these kind of videos are like timeless kind of stuff. It's like it's a psychological thing. So you can change the delivery lah and the editing, but other than that, I don't see. I guess it's in a gray zone where it's treading very very lightly lah. But I think just to kind of finish the topic, right? Because this plagiarism thing, I'm not really very, very interested. I think I did express my opinion in the group as well. I'm more interested in how effective or how well is the trading strategy itself. So I just wanted to go around the table, quickly share your opinion on what you guys think of all this kind of trading courses, trading FX and stuff like that. Should I go towards trading as well? Seems like it's that route is like the tested and proven route. Rather than do all this investing thing, then do so long already, still so little people. What's Kelvin's thoughts though on this whole idea of going to trading and being a trading YouTuber?
Actually, I've recently started to look into trading. Not to get rich lah. It's just an experiment lah. Same like all my option strategies. I was mainly looking into how to trade using AI, using ChatGPT. So what you can do is you go to TradingView, look for all the indicators, you copy the script, paste over to ChatGPT, then you tell ChatGPT to give you a strategy. Apparently it works. So I'm trying to test it out. I haven't tested it. I haven't complete my test. Once I'm done, I will just post it. But as to whether it can make you rich or not, definitely not. If so, you have seen more traders than investors right now. So for me, going to trading, you will definitely never beat people who have more experience than you, as in the YouTubers. So then in that case, how are you even going to add value? Are you going to show all your losses? If you show all your losses, people are not going to watch you, right? If you don't show your losses, then people won't trust you, right? So yeah, to me, trading is a big no-no for my YouTube.
Sorry, actually the question is about the YouTuber traders, or is it just talking about trading itself? What's the focus?
I think it's actually you can talk about both, but I'm more interested in all this YouTuber traders in a way where it feels like there is a path that is already open. And then he's telling you, hey, come this is the way to do it. Why are you wasting your time doing whatever else you are doing? Talk about personal finance, investing, those kind. You can talk about trading, candlestick patterns, and then open a course. And then not guaranteed. I need to give him credit. I'll give all the traders credit, by the way, that they studied the YouTube algo. They knew how to become engaging and garners hundreds of thousands of views. That's a skill set in itself. I don't want to deny that, but I'm just saying that seems like there is a more effective way, because at the end of the day, everybody wants to earn money, right? In this case, so why not go down that route?
I think definitely it's an effective way to get rich, but it's for them, not for the students, because students need to pay don't know how many $100s or thousands, some even like much higher figures just to learn stuff that is not like rocket science, right? Because if you go and read those trading books, right, trading talking about like a candlestick or whatever knowledge, right? Those things is not like just people just figured it out like in the past 10 years or so. It's not like that. There's nothing new one. In fact, you can read books that is like, don't know, 30, 40 years ago. The fundamental, they are still the same. So they're still talking about the same thing. It's not going to be that different. It's just the difference now is that, like you said, nowadays people know how to make it very engaging. They appeal to a group of especially young investor or so-called young traders, whatever you call them, right? That they want to get rich and they want to get rich very quickly. But the thing is, they are not skeptical enough to know that okay, this YouTuber teach about like trading. Are they actually good or not? They don't know, and they're not skeptical enough. What they do is just that, okay, I want to learn from this guru. I spend 500, I spend 2,000 to sign up for the courses, and I tried myself. I believe out of the, let's say like 100 students or 1,000 students, probably 20% of them like really get rich, like quite big, right? But what about the other 70%? That don't make money, right? And we don't know about all this. And all these gurus, right, they tend to just show their winners and not really showing the entire track record now. Actually, this question someone asked me during my weekly chat with friends, right? And my answer to say is that I will be very skeptical on all these people who selling trading courses unless they really can show their live trading for like a sustained period of time. By sustained, I mean at least like trading, you don't need like 10 years record on. If you can show a sustainable track record for, let's say, like 18 months, right? I would say this guy really good. But how many of them can show that, right? So I'm not saying that there's no one that's good at trading. Definitely they are. Those people tend to just trade their own account instead of like selling courses. Those that are good at selling courses and those that are good at trading, right? They may not overlap much, you know? So you'll be... I don't think you're that lucky to find that, you know, the overlap. People that's so good at teaching and so good at trading. Usually they're good at either one. That's my take.
I actually had this conversation with my dad, you know, it was quite funny because he actually quite into this kind of things also. But he watched for fun as entertainment value. He watched the Chinese version one. So I don't know there's this something. I don't want to help them publish, but there's a few of them quite big in the Chinese space. Then he pushed back a little bit and I wanted to share this opinion, like get your thoughts on this as well. So he was saying, so I just went through uni So evidently in this society, we say that university is not a scam. It's a well-recognized institution and they do a lot of good stuff, right? But then I think back, like he gave me an analogy. He was telling me, so you go through a marketing course and then the prof teaches you step A to Z. He said must hit all these to increase sales because at the end of the day in the marketing logic, you need to hit sales. So you need to make sure that your product positioning is right, your margins, your whatever, blah, 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 A to Z. So from the perspective of a student or some MBA, for example, or somebody that just runs a company and then he goes in and then you got a blueprint of A to Z. So you go in, then you go back to your business, you execute A to Z. But then, at the end of the day, your sales never go up. So is it the cost got problem, the instructor got problem, or is it the theory behind it got problem? Personally, I don't think the theory has any issues because it's tried and tested. Or you need to make sure that your product is good, your marketing is engaging, and blah blah blah. You have a lot of different things to hit. But then evidently the market, or at least the marketplace, is dynamic. It keeps moving. Doesn't mean that you execute A to Z means that you confirm or increase sales. So in the same logic, like about this whole trading thing, right? I can be good, I can teach the right thing, but then I might not get the same result. As in the students might not get the same result because the markets of the last 18 months might not be the same as the next 18 months. So then here comes the very tricky and gray issue. Is there really a issue in terms of like selling this sort of courses and to teach you the theory and logic, but you don't get the results? Or because according to that same logic, if you don't get the results means that the person is a scam, means university is probably a scam as well. Can I kind of link everything together like that? Is that how it works?
Actually, when I see courses, right, I know some courses, like for example, Adam Kula, he sell the courses, people join his chat group, then he posts his trades, right? From what I know, his trades are mostly profitable. Then let's say if you don't need to learn from him, you just join him to follow his trades. Would it actually be better than so it skip through the entire learning process? Then it's go towards the copying process. Then I don't know if it's good or not. That's why apps like what's that called? OctaFX is so popular, right? Because people don't want to learn. They just copy straight from the successful people.
I think TD Ameritrade also allows for copy trading. Like they have a ranking of people that did quite well, and then you can just copy the person.
So in that case, I don't know if it's a real shortcut or not. Like if you just copy the guru, like many people like to copy Warren Buffett, right? He sell, everyone sell. Like then same for Chicken Genius. He say don't buy, everyone don't buy. so I think if you want to take the shortcut, then you have to rely on that borrowed conviction.
Okay, I think this is just a very interesting thought that I kind of had. Like, we might revisit this topic again. We'll just let this sit in, and if you guys have any comments or any discussion, please feel free to leave and join the discussion below. But yeah, I think any concluding thoughts from Eric or Bunty?
No, I think this thought is very interesting. Let's say Warren Buffett is very successful, right? Like his trade mostly he got a few that is like multi-bagger, like 10, 20 times all that. Why don't people just buy what he does? Right? And then skip all the learning, like what Kelvin said. I think the only answer to that is like what he himself said. People don't want to get rich slowly. They want to get rich fast. And the thing about courses and selling all those courses, everything, the theory, what they teach, is it correct or not? I think more or less they are teaching the same theory. Like options, there are always those few theories that is like, it's very public one. You can go to Investopedia and go and find those iron condor, butterfly, and all this nonsense. Not saying that it's no good, but it's there. It's up there in the internet. Like somebody just take it and teach it. If you use it and it doesn't succeed, right? Does it mean that the strategy is no good? I don't think so. It could be because of the market, could be because of your capitalization level is not high enough. You don't have deep pockets. You cannot repair your trades. There's plenty of reasons. But does it mean that the course is no good? I guess not. It's the same reason like decades ago, right? Why our dads and uncle go to the racing tracks. They buy all those racing track magazine. Then they tell you, wow, these horse are very good. This jockey, wow, very slim. The horse can run very fast. Wow, this number 1, number 3, number 5. Good bet for race 3. So they like, wow, nice. Then they go and place the bet, right? Then horse number 4 run in number 1. Then those 3 last. Next week they come back. Do they still buy the magazine? Short answer is yes.
Yeah, need some insight, right?
Why leh?
Yeah,
I think
you want to have, you don't want to do it blindly. You want to do it like with some form of insights. That's a psychology question.
People think that this magazine has some deeper insights. Like they spoke to the jockey, they spoke to the horse, and the horse like, nah, I'm gonna run fast. They're like, oh, nice. I don't know. The jockey grandmother suddenly give him a chocolate, and then he run very fast or whatnot. Some deeper insights like they people want to feel that they have an edge. Whether or not they truly have an edge, I think nobody really knows. But I think the reason is because men or women or whatever it is, humans like to have a reason. Like the market plunge, right? Next day, everyone go and tune in to Market Watch and look for Yahoo Finance to see whether, hey, what's the reason for the market plunge? You know, our channel also got a lot of these, right? They're like, hey, how come Alibaba moon? How come Tesla moon? What happened yesterday? They always need to find some reason, like, oh, because of this, oh, because Elon Musk say something. But truth be told, like, is it always because like a reason that you can see?
They're looking for
really.
Sense of control. If you know the reason, you feel that the thing is under your control. Right?
Yes. So that's, I think, the psychology of sometimes selling causes, right? Yeah, we also need to know like what do your buyers really want. Like some of them you'll be surprised, they buy course not really because they want to make money. Yeah. Of course, you ask them point blank, right? They will say, I want to make money. I want to become rich millionaire. But really the people that are buying it, right? Sometimes they buy it for, I don't know, for the thrill, for the feeling that they got some deeper insights, or maybe they just want to connect deeper with the person conducting. Yeah, some tips for people who want to start selling courses.
Okay, I think this pretty much sums up the entire discussion for now. So for those of you who are interested, please feel free to continue on the discussion in the comments below. And yes, I've forgotten to say it again. Please remember to smash the like button as well. Yeah, with that, we'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.